Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. We're back with our weekly podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Els Rahima. We're going to talk about week 5 and do some predictions for week 6. It's been a great season so far, but all good things come to an end. We're heading into week 6 and then playoffs, so the season's almost over. But let's get into the video.
Week 5 was a crazy week, man.
Yeah, first game we had Al Quds Academy versus Fajr.
I was not there for this game because I was oversleeping, but I came, and apparently Al Quds went crazy. They went off.
Yeah, this was another Fajr 9 a.m. game. Everyone showed up late.
Ooh, Fajr 9 a.m. game.
Half the team was at a wedding this week, so it was another Muya show with his cousins and
And his cousins, man. Moody scored 30 again?
Nah, he had like 14 or 15.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, but he
Got locked
played,
up, man.
Yeah, Naguib, probably defensive player this week.
Look, Al Quds is a good team, man. So if you're not coming with your squad, it's over. You got smacked.
Yep, Azuz leading the league in steals right now. Naguib, defensive player of the week. Omar Alan up there in steals. So the team is very defensive. They struggle offensively in previous weeks, but they won by 20 plus. So very good week for Al Quds. I think they're number 3, number 4 in the rankings right now. That'll come out in a couple of days, but yeah, good dub for them. They're moving up in the rankings.
They look like a solid team, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
If they had Alan, that'd be a crazy little team.
That's their offense right there. Like they got the defense. They just need like.
Alan's been injured for like 2 months. What's going on? He doesn't have a cast on anymore, right? He has just the brace.
He has a brace. Yeah.
He has a brace on now.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll be able to make it, but for the playoffs, probably.
He said he might come back.
Might come back. That'd be crazy if he's come back playoffs. That'd be good.
Yeah, I think they can make a run. And then game 2, we had Ghost Town versus Slam Dunk, which what we thought was going to be the game of the week. But
they got smacked, man. Ghost Town smacked up a Slam Dunk. I think it was the wedding, right? People at the wedding. Who wasn't there from a Slam Dunk? Oreo?
No, Anwar.
Oh, I know it wasn't there.
Momo,
yeah, that was
the 2 best scorers I think on that team.
Tough.
And they were missing one more other player. But other than that, they had their whole team. Ghost Town was missing 3 players. We allowed them 2 subs, and one of their players who was kind of hurt, Brick Squad, he ended up playing.
So Ghost Town didn't have anybody, and still smacked.
Yeah, I mean they had TJ and Willie. That's all you need.
That's how the big 2, man. TJ and Willie. They both. Willie scored 38 points. I walked in there, scored 38 points, most in the league at that time. 38 points.
Yeah, he was going crazy. We thought he was going to be offensive player of the week, but we'll kind of get into that later.
Yeah.
TJ had 24. So it was just a TJ Willie show.
The thing is about this team, like, you have 2 crazy OP players. A lot of teams here, they have 1 crazy OP dominant person like Chicken, but like this team has 2. So like if you can't guard both of them, it's tough.
Yeah. This was a blowout. Won by like 30 points. Not expected, but I guess due to and honestly, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the game, but Slam Dunk only had 4 players or 3 players. They needed 4 to start, so we got some kid off the sideline and the start.
The very young kid.
Yeah. So
and I was there, and like 2 people showed up late.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with their team, but I think that's been the biggest downfall for at least a few teams is getting players to show up.
Yeah. That's what's nice about having a lot of a deep bench. You have. Even our team, we had a lot of people not able to show up this week, but
we're missing 4 players this week, and we still had 6 players. So
yeah,
we're chilling.
At the end of the day, it all matters playoffs. If you're here, your whole team's here for playoffs. That's where it really matters. So.
Yep. And on that note, we'll move on to our game, the 3rd game. We played Blue Eye Snipers, Muslim versus Beauty Snipers. We didn't quite get the record. I thought we needed to break 100 points, but we got pretty close.
Honestly, this was the game to do it because Blue Eye Snipers didn't have Ibad.
Yeah,
that was very big, very very big.
Potential defensive player of the whole entire league. That guy's a rebound blocking machine. He's tough.
Him and Amar, like I said, you have 1 OP person, Amar, crazy. If you don't have someone to help you like that, then it's tough. But they had the 15-year-old, they had Zeki. They had good players, but we defense just held up.
Too much, man.
Defense just held up.
I was gonna guard Yaish. I usually guard the best player on the court, but Hamza wanted his head for some reason. I don't know what kind of beef they got or if they got anything going on, but he wanted to guard him, so
locked him up, Loki.
Yeah, he locked him up. He got a few points at the end when it was already a blowout, but he ended up having 12, which is good because he scores 20 every week. So
yeah.
We held him at 12.
The thing is, it was pretty competitive the whole game. I feel like, right towards the end, or were we up the whole time?
No, we were in the beginning. They went up 5-0, and then it was close for the the first like 5-7 minutes, and then I think after that we just
it was close in the beginning. Then it just got bad. We started wilding, and then what happened was he had to get TJ the most points of the league so far. 40 points this game.
40 ball, man.
I didn't know someone was gonna beat Willie's point record, but TJ 40 points of the league.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, he finally got offensive player of the league. It was the first time offensive player of the league, right?
Last week he was close. He had 27, but you know.
But he's leading the points and scores now.
Yeah, in the whole entire league, he has like 115 points combined. Yeah. Which is, I think the next person has like 108.
108 Willie, and then Rudolph like 104. I don't know.
107, something like that. Yeah. So it's close right now, but TJ is the clear front runner. I think he is probably surpassing Muya for MVP in the MVP race right now. I think Willie is probably surpassing Muya as well. So it's gonna be a tough season. And then I guess we can probably move on to the last game of the week. We had Mamba Mentality versus World Fresh Market. Honestly, I thought World Fresh Market was probably gonna get their first dub this week. This was like the best chance they had, other than I don't know what other bad team they played, but this was a good chance for them to get that one win on their record. But it was a close game. I thought. And
Mamba didn't even have a Muzammil.
Yeah.
No Muzammil. I thought without Muzammil that World Fresh would do pretty good, because World Fresh has Makil now too that game. Yeah, they have the whole team.
Yep.
Except for Ahmed, but like Ayman was back after his injury.
Ahmed was supposed to come back, but his flight got delayed a couple hours, so he wasn't able to make it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, not much to say here. Kurt Paul had 25.
He was slinging threes like crazy.
He wasn't missing.
He was not missing.
This was the Kurt Paul we were all waiting for all season. He finally brought it out. This is what we see him pick up, but he hadn't been able to translate it to the games. And I think after last week, they played a bad team. Fedger missing a lot of players. He was able to get that confidence and that rhythm of shooting. So,
freshman, free chicken. I feel like he had a little bit more help this time with Makil, but it's just tough, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
I think defensively, they struggled more than offensively this week. I feel like Kurt Paul putting up 26 points. Who's guarding him?
Nobody. Casper.
Doomy was supposed to guard him,
I
right?
asked Rudolph who's guarding Kurt Paul, and he told me Casper. So.
Oh, chicken's clowning, man. Chicken's clowning.
Yeah. So.
I don't know, man. I feel like this team, like, it's tough. I feel like I don't even know what to say about this team, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I think that it's
not enough ball movement.
Not enough ball movement. They're kind of old. They slack off on defense.
Yeah.
And they don't really have like a set leader or someone to dominate. Like obviously, Chicken's their best player, but he's only vocal when things get going bad. He's not vocal the whole game. Like, hey guys, we need to be doing. He's not talking early. He's talking when they're down a lot and he's just frustrated. But you got to continue to coach up your team. I think Makil's supposed to be that guy for them, but Makil kind of struggled this week. I think he was kind of getting frustrated with himself, so he wasn't able to be vocal to the rest of the team. So and Doomy, man, I keep telling him week in and week out he's got to be more aggressive. Like you see this guy, he's flying through the lane driving. He's either gonna score or it's gonna be a foul. And every time he drives, it's either a bucket or a foul. And he's going to the line. And late in the game, I'm telling him to go get the ball, and he's not going to get the ball. And his teammates not passing to him, so they're not trusting him either. So I don't know. This team needs to get it together.
They also have two bigs. They have Ayman and Firas. I feel like they're not getting utilized enough, or maybe they're not doing what they're supposed to do. I mean, I remember Ayman, I saw him one play, he got the ball in the paint, he was backing that guy down, it was like easy score. I'm like, why he's not doing this whole game?
Yeah.
You know, and then
especially
I feel like
mismatch.
Yeah, exactly, no Muzammil. And then like on offense, I see like their whole team is like on the 3-point line, no one's really going to the paint. Like Firas should be living in the paint, Ayman should be living
screens.
Yeah, that's what it is. I feel like not all the teams do a bunch of picks and rolls and screens and moving around, you know. But hey, it's all about playoffs. So they're 0-6, 0-5, 0-5.
Them and Fedger are still 0-5.
0-5, and then seeding wise for playoffs, they're gonna versus the best seeding team.
Yeah,
so
probably gonna play us.
Yeah.
Probably gonna play us if we win next week. So I guess that can take us into week 6. The first game we have is Slam Dunk versus Mamba Mentality. What do you think about that game?
Slam Dunk versus Mamba Mentality, week 6. I think that Slam Dunk is going to take this pretty easily if the whole team's there. Mamba Mentality has the potential to be like an amazing team, Muzammil, Kurt Paul, but I think a Slam Dunk is like, this is last week, they got to like show that they're top 3 in the team. So So I think they're gonna go off. If they don't win tomorrow, then I have no more hope for a slam dunk. Like I don't think they're gonna be any threat in the playoffs. Honestly, if they can't beat Mama Mentality easily, because they're supposed to be like number 1, number 2, number 3. Like okay, their team's crazy, but.
Yeah, right now, Mama Mentality, I think, is top 3 in standings.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is where a slam dunk is supposed to be. A slam dunk dropped down to, I think, 5. So
thing
it's
is
just a must win for them. I think they pull out. If Anwar and Momo show up, I think a slam dunk is a very hard team to beat. But they just gotta get their players there. But I think I'll still take them over Mama Mentality this game.
Yeah, Jesse, his players are good. They just I don't know what it is about their team. I feel like they're a solid team, but I don't see them as a winning team for some reason.
Yeah.
I feel like if Cripball plays like he played last week, Mozema comes out going crazy, then they have a chance. That's like who else is on their team that's like pretty dominant?
I don't know about dominant, but Jay has been good. He missed like the first couple weeks, but Noor Jailani, he's been solid. He's been he's been passing the ball, putting them good.
Oh, Rahman's also on the team. Yeah. The team is solid, man. It just
we haven't seen it tested against the top teams.
Yeah, we haven't seen it tested against top teams. And we haven't seen like their true potential. Last week they showed a little bit of it, but I think if everyone plays different playoffs, when it comes to playoffs, the worst team plays really good. So this team, if they play to their potential, then I think it'll be scary. So, but I would still say Slam Dunk takes it this week, though, week 6.
Yeah, and then moving on to game 2, we have El Quds Academy versus BV Snipers.
That's a crazy game. Yeah. I think game of the week will be.
This is gonna be a crazy game.
Yeah. They never versus each other, right?
No, they haven't versus each other.
Those are 2 like fast teams. They both got tall people on their team.
Yeah. It's just hard for me to bet against Blue Eye Snipers. I like the way they play. I like their chemistry. You know, every time I thought they would lose, you know, besides playing us, they ended up coming out with the win.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with them, man. I think they're gonna have a bad back. Him and Amar, the Twin Towers. It's hard to drive on those guys if they play zone. You gotta hit your shots, and you know, El Quds doesn't really have many shooters. They like paint points. So I think it's gonna be a hard Blue Eye Snipers team to beat, and I see them coming out with the win. It's gonna be a very close game, I think, but I think they'll pull out the win.
Yeah. Honestly, I think El Quds is going to take this one. They have Naqib, and ever since Naqib came, all their games have been pretty competitive. John, what's his name, Smith? White guy?
The white guy? On
El Quds?
Seth.
Yeah. Seth, he's pretty decent. You know, I think Seth, even though, like, because Seth would have to guard Ibad or Amar, right? That's one of the other toppers other than Naqib.
Yeah.
So I think Seth would do pretty decent against maybe one of them, but I don't know. I have a feeling about El Quds this week. I feel like they're gonna take the dub this week, but I feel like it's gonna be very close because Blue Eye Snipers, man, they're like to the last minute of the game going, you know, full effort. So Seth or El Quds, they have a pretty deep bench. They have Noor, Hamad. I feel like they're fast converse. Blue Eye Snipers fast. They're fast. I think they can battle with each other. So it really is just up to who's hot, honestly. But I feel like Blue Eye Snipers might take this one.
It's gonna be a
close, but
low-scoring game too.
Or Quds will take it.
Both teams are very defensive teams.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a defensive showdown and a very low-scoring, close game.
Yeah.
And then we have the third game, which is game of the winless teams. We have Fajr versus World Fresh Market.
Yeah, that's gonna be a game to see, man.
0-5
that right there is the game of the week.
And it's crazy. I like we couldn't have like wrote the script better with crazy script writing. But yeah, they're both winless, looking to get their first win.
That's crazy, man. 0-6 versus 0-5 versus 0-5, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
think
think
so bad. I don't know who's gonna win.
I think World Fresh is gonna take it because Fez has been playing with his cousins for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They have no chemistry anymore. At least World Fresh is playing with their team.
True.
They're getting better every week.
True.
They realize they're just not good enough, but like they're good, you know.
Yeah,
so I think Fajr, even if they come with Shamouk and their whole team and John, what's his name, John,
Ryan.
linebacker Ryan. I feel like if they come with everybody, I still feel like World Fresh might take it just because they've been coming every week. You know, when you don't play for 2 weeks, you kind of go downhill. It doesn't matter what team you are. So
yeah, I like Fajr. I really like Muya as a player. Obviously Shamouk's my guy, all those guys, but I think I'm gonna go with World Fresh too. You know, they sponsored our league and one of our teams, so we can't let the business look bad. They gotta get a win. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go with them this week. I think it's gonna be a good game, close game.
They don't really have a big that can guard Chicken though, right?
Ryan, that's about it.
He's a big body, but Chicken taller.
Yeah, Chicken's hot.
Chicken taller. I feel like Chicken can like. You know what Chicken needs to do? Chicken needs to. He needs to drive in and then like with his hands up. You know what I'm talking about? You drive in with his hands up and just stay
He
up
does
there.
that a lot, low key.
Yeah, because so someone's either just gonna foul him or like no one can stay up there with him on that team. You know,
Yeah.
Ryan's gonna try bullying him with like his body. You know, but
Probably get him in foul trouble.
foul trouble, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mikhail, who's gonna guard Mikhail? Should probably Shamook.
Yeah. That'd be a good battle of the old heads.
Yeah, and then Doomy will probably get Muya.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good game actually. Not a bad game.
Yeah. And then I guess we can move on to the last game of the week, which is the game of the whole
Dude,
league.
this might be the game of the week,
season.
too.
Yeah.
Damn.
The battle of the undefeated teams.
Someone's gonna leave this league with the L.
So we had the, you know.
D1 was talking crazy last week, man. He was talking crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy
D1
confidence.
D1's a funny guy, man. He for some reason thinks the league is out to get him, but he's got a guilty conscience, I guess. But you know, it's gonna be a crazy game. I think the way this league is ending couldn't have ended any better. We got the two winless teams going against each other versus the two undefeated teams going against each other in the last game of the season. This is going to determine who's going to be first seed and second seed. And it's going to be a good game, man. I think if we have Ali back, I think it's going to be a for sure win for us because they don't have a big that can guard Ali.
Yeah.
And Ali just is too dominant.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of scorers that can keep up and put up a lot of points. So if our shot's not falling and they're hitting threes and twos, they're going to be a tough team to beat for sure. And I'm excited for this game.
I think if Ali doesn't pull up, I think it's going to be the hardest game of the league for us because, you know, Willie, TJ, they're going to play their best. You know, we have people to compete with them, like you, TJ. TJ versus TJ.
Yeah, TJ.
But no, Ali's kind of big, and we don't have Osama.
Yeah.
Osama, he
but
recently
y'all might not be here.
Yeah, might not be here. Osama had a heart surgery, so
it's
keep
not
him in your dot, everybody. So he's not gonna be here for the rest of the league. So that's a big loss for our team. No, Osama, he's really big on the assists and ball movement and
Point
threes
guard,
and stuff. So, and then his brother Dia also might not be here because he's with him in Cali right now. So a little bit of our team's gone, but that's why our team is pretty. Our bench is deep, so we can keep up. But I think if Ali is not here, we're gonna struggle. But I still think that we're gonna win because
we have a lot of chemistry.
Yeah,
like
too much chemistry.
We've been playing. At least like half the team has been playing with each other our whole life, and then recently, the past like 2 years, like Abo, TJ, Ali, we've been playing together in high V. So we have a lot of chemistry on this team.
Especially once we start losing, we're like, okay, guys, we gotta lock it in. You know, we're not gonna start making mistakes as much. I feel like I feel like if it gets close, we'll pull in at the end. It's just gonna be more of a battle for the people guarding like TJ and Willie. If they lock them down, then I think we'll be all right. But they're gonna give them problems for sure.
Yeah,
TJ, Willie.
One of them can go off, but we can't just have both of them going off. Like, we gotta make sure we shut down one. I think if we shut down TJ or Willie, one of them, then we can easily beat this team. But if TJ's dropping 38 or fully dropping 38 and TJ's dropping 20 plus, it's gonna be tough.
I think whoever's guarding TJ and Willie, the person not guarding them needs to go off. Like let's say Hamza Shabir, if he's not right, he's not gonna be guarding TJ or Willie. So he needs to go off because he's in fresh legs exactly. So if you're guarding those people, you're gonna be kind of tired. So people not guarding them need to step it up a little bit. So
that's gonna be a crazy game. I'm excited to play that game. Can't wait to play against them. We've been talking to each other all season, so excited to finally see who's the best team in the league. So
week 6, man, and then we have what playoffs?
Playoffs, yep.
Is it 2 weeks of playoffs?
2 weeks of playoffs. It's gonna be the first round. Will be there's no buys this
no
league.
Buys.
No buys.
Oh right, okay.
So everyone's gonna play. And then the second week will be semis and championship. So
3 weeks left.
3 weeks left, man.
Who's gonna take it home? Remember, playoffs is anybody wins. So week 6 is one last week to kind of get your groove on with your team, help with seeding maybe, but
it's a restart. Then playoffs is it's a one and done.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can win.
A lot of shocking stuff can happen.
All right. With that being said, I think we can conclude, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Sit down.